wonder if the glass is half empty or half full, miss the point. The glass is refillable. Hi, I'm Coach Erica from Pittsburgh Fit with your PF Go workout for today. We're gonna go ahead and start our warm-up off with plank to down dog, plank shoulder taps right into up down. So we're gonna do plank down dog. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start in a plank position. From here, you're going to push the ground away and bring your hips up into a pike position or our down dog position. You're gonna pause there for 1 second and then go right back down to that plank position. What I want you to focus on here are your lats here and like really using your shoulders to push yourself into that position. In that position, you should get a nice little hamstring stretch and shoulder stretch at the same time. After that, you're gonna stay in that plank position for plank shoulder taps. We're gonna do this for 10 or 10 each arm, okay? So, Grace is gonna, with control, bring her hand to her opposite shoulder. Good. Notice there's not a lot of wiggle going on. We wanna stay as steady as possible. I don't want you shifting side to side. There's no control there, so I want you to practice control while you do these. After that, you're gonna kick your feet up towards your hands and you're gonna knock out 10 up downs. So Grace is gonna kick back to that plank, kick her feet back up. What I want you to try to do here is really make sure that when you kick your feet up, you're getting them all the way to the outside of your hands, just like so. Beautiful. You're gonna go 10, 10, and 10, and then we're gonna move on to the next part of our warm-up, which we have air squats, pulsing Supermans, and good mornings. Air squats, so nothing fancy here. We're just going down into a squat with no weight. What I'd like you to go ahead and focus here is on your knees, making sure you're pressing your knees out as you're sitting down into that squat. After that, we're gonna go ahead and come down to the ground for 10 pulsing Supermans. So Grace is gonna lay down on her belly, she's gonna have her arms overhead, and what she's gonna do is squeeze everything on the back of her body so her arms and legs come off the ground, and she's gonna slowly return to the ground. As soon as she taps the ground, she's right back up in that Superman position. So she's squeezing her butt, she's squeezing her back, she's squeezing her shoulder blades. With every rep, I want you to try and get your chest and your legs off the ground a little bit more. After that, you're gonna hop on up and go right into some good morning. So feet right underneath your hips, slight knee bend just so you're not locking out your legs. And then from here, you're going to focus on pressing your hips towards the back wall behind you. In a good morning, this is a hip hinge position or a hip hinge movement. So I really want you to focus on making sure that the movement is coming from your hips, not your knees. You should not be bending your knees any more than what Grace is doing there, making sure she's not locking out her legs. After you go through that one more time through, you're gonna move on to your strength. The strength for today, we have deadlifts. We have 3 sets of 5 at 80%, 1 set of 5 at 85%, and 1 set of 5 at 90 to 95%. Now, I know that sounds super heavy, but what we're looking to do here is use the percentages based off of your 5 rep max, not your 1 rep max. So for the 3 sets of 5, you'll be going 80% of your 5 rep max. 1 set of 5 at 85%, which will be off of your 5 rep max as well, and then the 1 set of 5 at 90 to 95% again will be based off of your 5 rep max. If you have no idea what your 5 rep max is, that's a-okay. If you know your 1 rep max, take 85% of your 1 rep max, use that number. If you have no idea what your 1 rep max is, your 5 rep max, or even your 3 rep max, that's a-okay. You should be going from moderate to heavy through these sets today. Now, the deadlift. What we're looking for here is we're gonna be doing a conventional style deadlift today. So what that means are feet right underneath hips, hands outside of feet. So you're going to hinge at the hips and you're gonna be starting on the ground. Now, when we're starting here on the ground, we wanna make sure that the shoulders are over the hips are over the knees, feet are flat on the ground, chest is up, and back is super flat. From here, Grace is gonna push the ground away with some aggression and stand all the way up at the top and then come right back down the way she came up. So after you do your 3 sets of 5, your 1 set of 5, and your other 1 set of 5, we're gonna move on to our workout for today. Our workout today is EMOM styled, every minute on the minute for 12 minutes. You're gonna go back and forth between 2 movements. Minute number 1, you have 5 sumo deadlifts into a 30-second hold. Minute 2, you have 18 or 16 calories of cardio. So sumo deadlifts, how they differ from our conventional deadlift is sumo means hands inside of feet. So you're going to widen your stance. Your hands are gonna move in a little bit and come on down to the ground, or come on down to the bottom. Good. So if you notice that the sumo deadlift looks a little bit different than the conventional deadlift. Grace is a little bit more upright. She's in a little bit more of a squat position rather than just hip hinge. So this is our sumo deadlift position. Grace is gonna push the ground away and stand up. And now she's gonna hinge at the hips and bend at the knees slightly, come back down. Good. The order of operations is still the same for the conventional deadlift and the sumo deadlift. You're just, the body positioning looks a little bit different because we're in that wide stance. Now, after you knock out 5 sumo deadlifts, you're gonna go right into a 30-second tuck hold. So Grace is gonna come on down to the ground. She's gonna pull her chest and knees together, and she's gonna hold that position. Good. She's gonna hold that for 30 seconds, just like so. After she finishes that 30-second hold, she gets to relax whatever time is left in that minute before the second minute, which is 18 or 16 calories of cardio. Now, I know what you're thinking, 18, 16 calories, that is pretty aggressive, and it is pretty aggressive. So I want you to go fast here. I want you to try and get about 50 seconds of work done here. So if you're not quite hitting that 16 calories of cardio for ladies, it's totally okay. I want you to work for 50 seconds or less. All right, guys, this is about to be a really spicy workout today. Have a great workout. Have a great day.